Hey guys, what's up? You live in movie this time for a thriller. Now You See Me 2, the sequel to Now You See Me, directed by John M. Chu, scripted by Ed Solomon, starring by him and Peter Chiarelli. If I pronounce any names wrong, call me for pronunciation. And it has a big ensemble cast: Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Daniel Radcliffe, Lizzie Kaplan, Jay Chu, Sanaa Lathan, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, among many others. And this movie's about the Four Horsemen. Basically, after failing during this one heist attempt that goes wrong, they end up in Macau, and are forcibly recruited by this tech genius, that's what it says on IMDb, to help him pull off a heist. And during that time, some weird stuff happens. Even sometimes some improbable stuff happens. Some twists and turns come up, and we have our movie. I was not very excited for this. I remember enjoying the first movie, but I haven't seen it since I came out theaters 3 years ago. Time flies. I don't know. Nothing really interested me. The only reason I feel like this was ever getting a sequel is because the original ended on a cliffhanger. And honestly, I just wasn't really being sold. I just felt like not really necessary in all honesty. The original is also kind of dumb because it sometimes the plot made no sense. These four horsemen play out, but do magic that doesn't make sense. Yeah, whatever. And if you can hear the noise, I don't know why my sister and a friend are over. I think they're watching something. I don't know what they're watching. Though I'm gonna guess it's Orange Is the New Black because my sister is a big fan of it. No, I haven't watched it. Moving on. Anyways, I don't know. I just wasn't really excited for this movie. I saw this movie with my mom and my sister, and coming out of it, I didn't care for it. I just thought it was overall okay. Let me get my positives around. For the most part, the cast is pretty good. Jesse Eisenberg, this is a major step up from Lex Luthor and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Too easy. And he does pretty good here. First off, his character's not a cartoon, but enough of the comparisons. Let's judge performance on its own merits. He does a pretty solid job, solid line delivery, and he's kind of fun. He does have those Jesse Eisenberg-isms, but I will say it's a lot more tolerable than it's a bit tolerable, I guess. Man, it's hard for me to avoid comparisons. Anyways, yeah, he did fine. Woody Harrelson, he's likable. He offers up some pretty good comic relief at points. I know he plays another character. We'll talk about that character soon. He did pretty good with the comic relief. He's definitely more the comic relief of the group. Or maybe he's one of the comic relief members. Dave Franco, he's likable. I definitely enjoyed bits of him. He offered up some pretty good humor at points. And he's definitely likable. They definitely are likable to watch on the screen. Mark Ruffalo, definitely the best performance, and of course he was the best character-wise in the entire movie, because most of the plot is focused, mostly because he gets the most dramatic story, I think, and mostly he gets the most development, I guess, most depth, and I guess it works for the most part. He does pretty good with the movie. Michael Caine, solid, nothing special. Morgan Freeman, hey, he is a fantastic actor, but this is nothing amazing for him. He does a pretty solid job. Yeah, this isn't the best script they're working with, okay? Daniel Radcliffe, we'll talk more about him later, but I thought he was fine. Same for Lizzie Kaplan. We'll talk more about them later. And it kind of sucks that Ella Fisher's gone because of her pregnancy, but hey, what can you do? There's some intriguing elements here, and there is a card scene. There's a scene where the four horsemen break into an area to get some information that can help them pull off the heist. And there's a scene, and it's involving flipping. They attach this card, and they have to fly it all over the room to make sure it doesn't get caught by security guards. It's a cool sequence, and there's some fun humor in there, but I'll talk about it later. And there is a ton of humor in this movie, kind of like the first movie, the first one. And I thought some of it hit. There were some pretty good jokes here, and I definitely liked the banter between the team. There was a pretty good team dynamic here. They play off each other pretty well. Well, there's some nice humor, I guess, once in a while. It has some interesting elements, but there's not much I can say about it. So let's talk about the cons. Let's way into them. Yeah, this movie is kind of, at times, pretty stupid. Let's get the biggest problem out of the way. Some of the stuff they do some of this magic is so preposterous. Some of it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's talk about some of them. And by one scene you may have seen in one of the trailers. Jesse Eisenberg, able to stop rain. And then he just disappears. Disappears. Basically, it almost turns into water. First off, how the hell can you do that? I was saving this complaint for the cons, by the way. They're magicians, not sorcerers or wizards. They're able to pull off illusions, not actual magic. And sometimes they take time to explain these tricks, but the thing is, yeah, I can see why it makes sense, but do I need to be explained? No. How about you explain to me how the hell is Jesse Eisenberg able to just disappear like that in a pub when people stare in a public area? People are surrounding him. Just how the hell can you do that? And while some of it they try to give explanations for, it doesn't always feel the most believable. The most believable is probably one involving how they get to Macau. I'm not going to spoil it, because I'm wasting my time with that. Honestly, there's some twists and turns they throw into this movie, and honestly, they don't add up for me. And honestly, now these days, when I look back on this film and what I can remember of it, there's some stuff that that happened in the first movie, and when I look on the first movie, the sequel, it just doesn't add up anymore. It's like they're basically making stuff up as they go along. I'm just thinking, does anything add up anymore? Does this plot make sense anymore? For me, no. Ooh, let's talk about the action scenes. Yeah, they're not very good. From what I can remember, the only real action scenes, in my opinion, there is a car chase and a fight sequence. There's like this hand-to-hand combat sequence first, and then what follows is the vehicle chase. The hand-to-hand combat scene, I kind of hated it. Let's get the biggest problem out of the way. It's too shaky. This director does not, I swear, they probably don't know how to film action at all. It's so poorly filmed. The camera shakes all the time. It's distracting. I really couldn't enjoy the sequence. Also, there's a lot of cuts. But really what kills the scene for me is the shaky cam. The vehicle chase, this is where the cutting really is a problem. There's no real shaky cam. There's just too much cutting, and it's really annoying at points. Also, what else? Dan Radcliffe and Lizzie Kaplan for me were probably at worst hit and miss. Lizzie Kaplan is introduced right out of nowhere, and she has a lot of energy. She's kind of probably the most energetic and lively of the Four Horsemen, and I wouldn't say she's bad, but at times I have to say, not always. She doesn't always work for me. They always kind of throw it, and some of her moments, like whenever it's like she's doing this one moment to draw a big crowd, it's pretty stupid. I just have to say, they're trying to make her do comic relief. It doesn't always work for me. Woody Harrelson's twin brother. Yeah, they didn't really market those. He had no point. He honestly didn't really get to do anything, and also I have to say, I didn't care. Hold on. I mean, with like a Woody Harrelson's twin brother, like sometimes he had this like stupid smile. I think that's supposed to be funny. He had a dumb smile, dumb haircut, and there's even that one scene he kind of annoyed me. I wouldn't say he's extremely annoying, but he may annoy some people. Honestly, I didn't see the point of him. Daniel Radcliffe, okay, some of his comedic relief, I think it's supposed to be terrible, which is supposed to be the joke, but whatever. There's also one sequence where he comes off kind of like a creep. I honestly couldn't really find the sequence funny. I found it more stupid. They're looking at photos. It's involving like him looking at some photos, and if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. I just thought it was a dumb scene. Not much to it. There's also a lot of twists and turns, and to be honest, the plot becomes so unnecessarily convoluted. I mean, Jesus. The fact is, I'm supposed to buy it so these people can do these highly improbable stuff. There's like there's a logical reason behind that. And I'm thinking, are you just trying to confuse me more and frustrate me more? Do I seriously need to turn my brain off to enjoy this movie? I mean, if you want me to do that, I can do that just fine, but seriously, so much just doesn't add up. Also, what else didn't I like? I honestly don't know what to say else here. I feel like that there's just... I just wonder if any of the stuff here isn't fully realized at all. I mean, I just can't do it. Oh yeah, now I remember. The card scene that I'm talking about, when there's a card carrying information, they keep passing it from team member to team member constantly in order to it not be caught by the security guards. I mean, let's talk about how kind of dumb it is. To be honest, it's a fun scene for what it is. I enjoyed it, but the thing is, they seem to just it's like there could be too much of a good thing, and I feel like they just kept wasting so much of it, and I feel like it just kept going on. I feel like it went on for like either like a minute or even 2 minutes longer than it should have. they try keeping it fresh and lively with energy by throwing in some humor, and some of it works, other times it's just whatever. But I was just thinking in the theater, can we please move on? It just really wasn't working for me. I'm just thinking, okay, we get it. It's kind of cool, but also it's not really the most believable thing. Because I mean, you would think that some of these people have. It's like here's the thing I realize now. Today in movies, certain people don't have peripheral vision. Seriously, and do you not think they have some sort of ear? It's like, oh hey, they also seem to lack hearing at certain points. Either that or their hearing is very limited to a certain area, to a certain range, or something like that. Maybe even their peripheral vision is. I honestly don't know. I can just keep going on and on with these lame jokes. Honestly, it's a fun sequence, but honestly, it went on for too long for me. They also seem to throw in jokes a lot. I don't mind humor, and actually I think it's kind of a welcome addition, but I feel like they keep throwing in jokes. Not all of them worked. I mean, it just became more boring after a while. And I have to say, I really wasn't engaged in the movie. You know, I was supposed to like basically care about the dramatic aspects of the movie. The most thing I ever care about is really Mark Ruffalo. That's the best you can get at. That's the best I can go for. But honestly, after a while, I didn't care. I actually got kind of bored at one point. There's even like this one dialogue scene between like Mark Ruffalo, Daniel Radcliffe, and Michael Caine. The camera, whenever it's focusing on Mark Ruffalo at one point, it's shaking all over the place. Oh my god, this is not a crappy action scene. Can you not keep the camera still or keep the movement very limited? It's like you still think you're shooting an action scene, like you have to shake up the camera. No, you can do handheld cam just fine, the dialogue scene, okay? Who wants to bet they were confused and thinking, oh, this is an action scene, not a dialogue scene? Whatever. Yeah, not very fun. I think there's also like another action scene that was okay, but honestly I didn't care about it. Honestly, I didn't care. No emotional attachment. And yeah, whatever. Also, these characters don't seem to have much personality to them at all. That's great, huh? They're trying to get a third one, people. I'm not excited for a third one. Sorry. If you're a fan of the first movie, I think you might enjoy this, but me, honestly, I didn't care for it. I don't know what my thoughts on the first... If I ever go back and watch the first movie, I don't know what my thoughts will be on it there. Hopefully, they're a lot more positive, but honestly, I don't care at this point. I'm not excited. I'm not on board for a third one. I just don't think it's worth supporting this kind of property anymore. Sorry. Nice to Meet You gets a 2.5 out of 5. I honestly didn't care. Anyways, guys, that's my review for Nice to Meet You. Comment below what you think about it, how it compared to the first one. Are you excited for a third one? And, what's your favorite sequel this year? I don't know. I think there are some sequels that came out that I've liked, but I don't have an answer at this time. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more videos.